We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with a bit of noteworthy news regarding Alexa Bliss, heading into this weekend's Extreme Rules 2021 pay-per-view event. Now, as most of you are likely aware, Alexa Bliss is set to challenge for Charlotte Flair's Raw Women's Championship at Extreme Rules, and while some fans are sure that Charlotte Flair is going to be finding some way to retain her Raw Women's title against Alexa Bliss, the new rumors going around indicate that WWE could in fact be planning a big title change this coming Sunday. According to these new reports, Vince McMahon and WWE are now strongly contemplating the idea of having Alexa Bliss defeat Charlotte Flair at Extreme Rules to win her 4th Raw Women's Championship, likely with a bit of help from Alexa's good friend Lily, with McMahon feeling that it is the right time for Alexa Bliss to get another title reign to truly complete her new character as a dominant force in the women's division, at least on the Raw brand. Considering Alexa Bliss's friend Lily will likely be interfering in the match, thus helping Alexa win that championship, WWE feel this is the perfect scenario for Bliss to get that Raw Women's title without Charlotte Flair having to lose cleanly, because not surprisingly, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are two of Vince's favorite women's division superstars, and he does not want either of them to be booked poorly or in an unfavorable way, so getting Lily involved in the match in some way will help this title change occur without Charlotte losing too much momentum. So as of right now, it seems as though it is likely that Alexa Bliss will be walking out of Extreme Rules 2021 the new Raw Women's Champion. And let us know if you think that Alexa should defeat Charlotte for the championship this Sunday, or is it too soon in your opinion for Charlotte Flair to be losing her Raw Women's title? Let us know. We now have some rather breaking news to share regarding former Raw Women's Champion Nia Jax. For those of you unaware, it was shockingly revealed earlier today that Nia Jax is going to be out of action from WWE for an undisclosed period of time, with Nia basically being out indefinitely until further notice. And apparently Nia Jax suffered some injuries on this week's edition of Monday Night Raw that saw Nia Jax face off against Shayna Baszler, with Shayna then attacking Nia Jax when the match was over outside the ring. An update revealed that Nia Jax suffered a fractured elbow and will require surgery to fix. Hence why Nia is going to be gone from WWE for what seems like it could be a pretty long time. Now, not surprisingly, some fans are not sure if this injury angle is just a work or storyline on WWE's part to basically write Nia Jax off television for the foreseeable future, or if Nia Jax was legitimately injured by Shayna Baszler, but nonetheless we have seen the last of Nia Jax in WWE for quite some time. Now, if this was just a storyline, and that Nia Jax isn't needing to take an extended layoff from WWE to recover, a lot of fans have speculated that perhaps WWE had gotten angry at Nia Jax for her continuous mishaps in the ring and are having her go back to the Performance Center to train more and fine-tune some things. But then again, even if it was a storyline, Nia Jax could have simply requested some time off from WWE, so it is kinda pointless to speculate the real reason for Nia Jax leaving WWE for the immediate future. Although if the injury is legitimate, we wish Nia Jax a speedy recovery. Let us know your thoughts on Nia Jax being written off WWE television effective immediately because of an elbow injury, and in your opinion, do you feel like this injury is in fact legit and Nia Jax needs some time off to heal up and recover, or was this done to basically get Nia Jax to improve her skills at the Performance Center because of all the botches recently? Let us know in the comment section below. We now have a bit of news regarding Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, in AEW All Elite Wrestling. Now, when Bryan Danielson made his surprise AEW debut at the All Out pay-per-view event, Bryan was not surprisingly welcomed with a thunderous yes chant, which was one of the reasons why Daniel Bryan became so popular in WWE. However, Bryan did not join in along with the fans at AEW All Out during the yes chants like he always did in WWE, and it had a lot of fans wondering why that was the case, as the yes chants are pretty much a big part of Bryan's identity to wrestling fans, at least Bryan's fans in WWE. In a recent interview, Daniel Bryan acknowledged the lack of yes chants in AEW, and here's Bryan's message on why he is not going to be using these chants in AEW. I'm not doing it myself because I respect WWE's intellectual property. I don't think anything legally. They haven't threatened anything legally. I had a great conversation with Kevin Dunn before I debuted in AEW. I was very upfront with WWE on, I want to let you guys know I'm leaving, this is my debut date. They asked me politely to respect their intellectual property, even on some things that they couldn't legally be enforced. I'm trying my best to do that. There are also certain expectations fans have of me that they want to be able to do, and I'm happy they still get to do that. I'm going to do my best to avoid swinging my arms in the air. Clearly, Bryan Danielson does not want any issues with WWE, who have some sort of a trademark regarding the yes chant, hence why Bryan won't be using them in AEW, unfortunately. Now, after weeks of continuous rumors, we have some breaking news to share regarding the storyline on Friday Night SmackDown between the Tribal Chief and current Universal Champion Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar. As most of you are well aware, the big storyline fans are expecting to see play out in the near future on SmackDown is the split between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, with Paul reportedly set to go back to managing Brock Lesnar very soon. But the real question regarding this big storyline swerve was, when is it actually going to be happening, with some reports speculating that Paul Heyman could have turned on Roman this Sunday at Extreme Rules, although we now have some new reports and rumors that basically reveal the WWE's plans for this big betrayal or turn. According to a new behind-the-scenes rumor, WWE are now strongly favoring the 2021 Crown Jewel pay-per-view event next month to mark the official end of Roman's alliance with Paul Heyman, with Heyman rumored to finally turn on Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel and help Brock Lesnar win the Universal Championship after interfering in the match, which would effectively end the partnership between Roman and Paul, allow for Brock Lesnar to win that Universal Championship, while at the same time not being a clean loss for the head of the table, Roman Reigns, since Paul Heyman would be interfering in the match, thus costing Roman the championship. Now, there's even speculation that the Demon Finn Balor may get added into this Universal title match at Crown Jewel, making it a triple threat match, considering the Extreme Rules main event is likely to end in disqualification. And if that is the case, Brock Lesnar would likely pin Finn Balor to win the championship, which would further keep Roman Reigns looking as strong as possible in defeat after being attacked by Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. We finish off today's wrestling news and rumors video with a bit of interesting news regarding former Divas champion AJ Lee, who has strongly been rumored to potentially be joining AEW in the near future alongside her husband CM Punk. While this news isn't about AJ Lee joining AEW or any developments in that regard, it was announced earlier today nonetheless that AJ Lee will be making a special appearance at an indie show in November 2021, although AJ Lee won't actually be wrestling at this event and is only making a special appearance. Now, with that being said, a lot of fans will definitely argue that this is a step in the right direction when it comes to AJ Lee making a big return to wrestling, because AJ does not do a whole lot of appearances in wrestling of any kind, and this could signal that AJ Lee's intention is to make a comeback soon in AEW, which is certainly what a lot of fans want to see.